You think you rumble? You think you tough? You think you bad, Jonah? I'm live. You think you bad? You think you tough? I tell you what, let me show you this. Get out of this. I put your butt in a curse. That's how you like me now? Man, how do you like me now? Oh, well, okay, you keep thinking that. So, well, tell me what you feel. But what you feeling when you reading that?
Then you too awesome for me to say me.
Okay, yeah, but you see how you just read that, bro?
What?
That masturbation that thing you just got to read. What?
People need to understand that stuff, though, man.
What you trying to get into my shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess.
I thought you was using the computer. I was like,
no, I'm just using I'm using your computer. Shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message, but it'll be all right. Keep trusting in the Most High God, and He'll show you. You go to that Deuteronomy 28 and read it. And when you get to Deuteronomy 28 and 16, then you come back and talk to me. Okay? Shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message.
I have a question.
That's my youngest. He said he got a question.
I have a question.
You gonna let the live hear your question?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, you want to put a shirt on so they can.
No, I'm not gonna get in.
Okay, then stand right here. Come on, ask the question. Jonah said he got a question.
Is it your belief that Jesus is God?
Is it my belief that Jesus is God?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's your belief, because I don't believe Jesus is nobody. Okay, it's no such thing.
Yeah.
In my spirit and in my flesh, is there a word called Jesus?
Down. Do you believe
That what?
He is God?
No.
Okay, that was my question.
But I believe the Son of Yah, the Son of God, that came down is God. See, he don't know about that, y'all. See, now he got to sit to the corner now, because that's as far as he know. See, he know about that Jesus. He want to be a part of Jesus. Okay, but yeah, but I answered your question, and I don't think you're gonna ever get a better answer than that. That's the best that you will ever get or receive, Jonah, as long as you live. I don't believe that the Son of Man was God, but I believe that the Son of God that came with the Son of Man is God. Okay, so back to you all. I decided to I'm over to the my adult children's home, just taking care of something right quick, and I decided I'm not going to be able to go home because I just got here. I'm not going to make it home by 8 p.m. Central Time, and I will say shalom and shalom to everyone that are tuning in, and I like to say it. This is it. I think that's what my title said. I was talking to my children. This is it, y'all. Michael Jackson said in his last video that was recorded during the time he was rehearsing for I think it was London, right? Yeah, for his last show, and that's this it, and that's what Sister Deborah. That's where I'm at. This is it, and you know what? It speaks of the time like unto time past when he came and he destroyed everything. Do you think people think they looking forward to that? Or they looking into it? They could give a rat's behind. They so caught up in them, me, mine's. I want to get, have, do, be, to where what? When the flood came, they were all what? Gone. Okay? Now, this is it. It is time to start explaining to people we are in the fullness of lawlessness. Okay? It ain't important that you believe it, you receive it, you embrace it, you understand it, you get it, you digest it. It doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. It's over like this is it. You know, And I like that. I like that because I'm glad when he created everything, he put a beginning and an end. He put a start and he put a stop. And we run around here thinking that we control all things based on how we start things and how we can stop things based on how we think our choices. We rule. You know, we are the overseer of things that's actually taking place in our lives, and we don't even understand by his grace and mercy or these things actually taking place before us. And we just still don't get that either because we really are in the flesh. But you know, he said, he that is of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is of the spirit is of the spirit. When people are where they at, he said, leave them there. He said, when this day we are in come, don't go trying and working extra hard trying to get people to see something they cannot see. Don't go working extra hard trying to get people to hear that which they cannot hear, because you're wasting your energy and your time, okay, and your heart, because you desire things, but that's just your desire. That's just your desire. Desire what Yah want and what he wants you to desire, not what you want to feel you want or you feel you desire. Okay. I really understand that this is it. This lawlessness is so heavy, and in the spiritual realm, I see it at its highest. I'm saying like 70%. But even though in the world, it's probably to them 15, because they can't see it at the level of 75, because so many people make right wrong and wrong right. So they are not going to see it at the proper level. No way. You see people, the reason you can tell who's flesh of the flesh and who's spirit of the spirit. And when you hear people still whining and crying about trying to get men to be what God created them to be, or to do what God created them to do, or to conduct themselves in the order of God, when he set the foundation from the beginning to the end. And if they don't pick up the book and digest it and eat it like it's their last meal as well as their first meal, then that's on them. It's over. It's no more coming, and he's not going to come and force and desire to make one understand, make one get it, make one digest it. No. It's over. And that's what he means. So if the spirit of the Most High Yah say that it is over, it is over. So I'm speaking on his behalf and say this here. It either take it or leave it. And most people would leave it. And that's good, because he said, he that is flesh is flesh. He that is spirit. Spirit don't leave it. Spirit take it and digest it and live by the things which are spiritual, fed to them. There are many people that cannot even chew up spiritual food. They still drinking ice water to cool their thirst. They drinking ice water to cool their thirst. That's as far as they understand and they desire of anything that's spirit and truth, is just to be able to cool their thirst. That means their flesh, please their flesh. You know how you can get a cold glass of water and it just temporarily give you that feeling of after you are so thirsty, and it's like, ooh, that tastes so good. You see what I'm saying? Or that feels so good going down. So that's how it is today. So therefore, they'll never reach the spiritual realm in which was designed for them to reach before this day and time. And this is where many of you all have to understand and take on the mindset of this is it. This is it. This is not a time where you think that you're going to go within people and renew their minds, or you're going to change their minds based on what you're hearing Sister Deborah saying, or what you hear when you read by, or what you hear by the Spirit. You're not going to move no one. Everybody is right where they're going to be found. Flesh for flesh, spirit for spirit. He that is born of the flesh is flesh. He that is born of the spirit is spirit. They are right where they need to be in the eyes of Yah. That's what it is finished mean And this is it, me. There's no working that's coming along, okay? But there's much judgment and a lot of things that's you can measure about people. Let's take a lot of people on these devil platforms that's teaching and preaching and giving you messages on the Sabbath and giving you messages throughout the week, trying to understand, well, why are they like this and why are they like this and why aren't we doing this and why aren't we doing that? Sister Deborah would say that as a form of showing you how far people are from where we at today, but not so much as saying that they're doing this and they're doing this. Why aren't you all doing this? And why? Those days are over for Sister Deborah because they're not going to reach it. It's over. That means that the seals of the Most High God has been sealed in the foreheads of those that he has marked. So people can do whatever they want to do now. So that's what he meant to me. That's what he was saying. And he meant when he said to me in the early midnight, not the early morning, it had to be like it had to be like 6 in the morning, where he said lawlessness. That's where you at. Lawlessness. And I'm like, oh, really? And I went turned back to the other side and went to sleep. But when I woke up, I remembered him saying that, because everything in the front of the prophetess, in the back and every side, is serving lawlessness. They won't digest it. They won't embrace anything righteous. They won't embrace anything that's in the light. Everything is lawlessness. They are supporting it, not just in their actions. A lot of them not showing it in their actions, but their hearts is identifying they're out of being, and they don't understand that the servants of the Most High Yah knoweth to whom they are. And they could care less. It's just not nothing there. It's nothing within them that says, okay, I'm seeing this stuff happening, y'all, and it's going to get worse, or it is worse, and I don't like these things that's happening, or they doing this, and no. It doesn't matter. What difference does it make? What are you doing? And what have you done? And what are you doing outside of living a lawlessness lifestyle? So this is it. When I today was listening to several people teach, and I said, do they not understand where we at? How can people be on this devil platform for 20 years or as long as it's been up and teaching and call themselves ministering, preaching, and can't grip the fact of where you are at today? What is going on today? What is actually taking place today? They just can't grip it. There's nothing there to grip. It's just like whatever. But I don't understand why this is this. Why ain't this doing this? Why ain't this doing this? Or why ain't this doing this? I mean, you've been on here long enough. You should know now. You should be the one preaching and teaching. This is it. You should be the one telling people it is finished. But no, they're not going to do that, because they think this is it and it is finished and it's over is for everybody outside of them. They don't understand that this is the message. The Father is standing high and low, suffering to enter into the minds and the ears and the eyes of people today. It's over. This is it. It's finished. Now, one might say, well, Sister Deborah, why would you say, why did he say it? He had already prophesied it would be like the days of Noah. And what was Noah doing? Noah was preparing the ark to bring in his family. And what? And the other people, was he preparing it for them? No. His time preparing that ark just to save those, I think it's 7, all that time. What about all those people and what they was doing? When he says in Genesis chapter 6 that every imagination in their thoughts were evil and wicked, that lets you know lawlessness. See, we don't even see it. And we don't see it because when righteousness is not in front of us, on every side, even in the back of us, tainting us in a way that said, wait a minute now. Come on now. Can you see right from wrong? Do you know what is right? Do you know what is wrong? No. We just think we just living, and that one day, and a lot of people say that they don't think like that, but they do. They're thinking it's going to get better. Did it get better for Noah? Did it get better for a Lot? Solomon and Gomorrah. Did it get better for it? No. When Yah came down, he threw down. That was it. He ended. And that's his whole thing today. When he say unto Sister Deborah, this is it. It's over. It's finished. Is that it's end. They just waiting for the debris, the fire, the consequences of all the actions. And a lot of us as Hebrew Israelites, I ain't gonna say Hebrew Israelites, a lot of us as the tribe of Judah, we really thinking we're going to outbeat this thing. We're going to come out of this thing not being affected at all, or it's not even having anything to do with us. We really think that we're going to escape something and we're really going to get out of here and not even think. Now, let's put it like this. If right now, today, in the year 2023, Noah is building the ark, okay? We know that Noah is at rest, sleep. So just imagine that ark is being built and it's finished pretty much, okay? Now, here it is. Noah then came out and told us, y'all, it's getting ready to rain and you better come in, and God is about to destroy the earth. These are the things that has been said over and over and over. And just because you might be just hearing it don't mean nothing to Yah. He don't care if you just not hearing it. It's that you heard. So it's time to go in. It's time to start heading to the bosom of the Father. That's the ark. It's time to go in a direction to where you know you can lay your head in his bosom. You can trust in his righteousness that he has branded you with, his belief, his faith, and his fear. You can head toward that direction. Toward what? The ark. Why? Because the world getting ready to show up and show out the actions. Do you think that the flood came really? Do you think it came in one day? It didn't happen in one day. But when it began to rain, they still didn't trust in what Noah was telling them about coming in out of the rain, because the Father is getting ready to end the world. Sister Deborah is saying the same thing when she tell people about the light, about spirit and truth, about turning your full self to the Father, toward his bosom, toward his righteousness. Find a way to seek him in a way that's sincere, from not your flesh level, but from your spiritual level. Get food for your spirit, not for your flesh. It is not time to try to figure out why they are doing this, they are doing this, they are doing this, and this and this. It's over. That's it. This is it. And you got people who've been on this devil platform 20 years still trying to figure it out, because they think that the figuring it out is within them. And in the process, they just figuring out how they can make more videos so they can get more money while the ark is completed. It's time to go in. They can't see that. I got to make more money out here. I got to get more videos out. I got to deceive more people. I got to get this, without thinking. Wait a minute. What time period are you in? Where are you at? This is it, y'all. Michael Jackson said that song. And did you know when he said, this is it? That was his life he was talking about. What was he saying about his life? Death. That was it. I sat back and watched that video probably 17 times. And every time I watched it, I saw him sending spiritual signs. When I say spiritual signs, not things that the natural person can grip, but things in the spirit realm that I could grip. And it was telling me that this is it. This is his life. It ends right here. The sad part is about it, where you know that he knew it was time for somebody to do something to send him, and him himself send himself, is when he finished that video. He finished it and then died. How did he do it? Lay down and die. He went out the easiest way possible. Sleep. You see? That's where you know, when he labeled that was, this is it, that was the sign. This is it for him. Sister Deborah sitting here telling you all, this is it. So you can go on and think. You can count the days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds in the natural, the months, the years, according to the heathens and Gentiles. You better not think of time in their time. In Yah's time, it's like a quicket. Another thing people don't understand, it's not saying you're going to be here. If Yah allowed the earth to be here a week, who said you're going to be here a whole week? And see, this is why it's time. It's time to just take your focus and your heart, your strength, your mind, and focus on who he is, who he was, who he's going to be, because tomorrow is not promised to you, let alone next week if he were to come. See, we still thinking, okay, I got time to do this. When you finish setting up your schedule and what you got time to do, what you got time to buy, how you gonna get this and get this and get this and get this, guess what? Tomorrow could be your last day. Tonight could be your last. And you would never have had any treasures in the heaven. None whatsoever. You ain't got nothing coming. And you know what? I truly believe people are not even caught up in their treasures in the heavens, because I realized all my life, even as a young girl, that is something that I have heard preached, but I'm gonna be honest, I never, ever, ever, ever heard of people falling up on that. Because they really don't believe there's a heaven, and that they don't owe the heavens nothing. They just think heaven owed them, and that's where we at. This is it. Everybody think the Creator owed them. We really think that we ruled him and he owed us. He got to do this for us, give us, do this and do this and do this. Because we think even like that, even with his servants. We think we are entitled. We should be given. We should be owed something. This is it. Those are the mindsets that's going to throw people off for when that door slams hard and they say, oh, we didn't get in. We didn't make it in. What's going on? See, a lot of people, I'm going to tell you what I learned about the Creator. It is said, never let your right hand know what your left is doing. And that's how I see the Father. He got it to where, a tornado warning. He got it to where everything he said that's going to happen, we looking at it and looking for it in the natural. We looking at a sign that he has to, or he got to show us that this is about to happen, or this is happening, or this is happening, and this is the way. Baby, let me tell y'all something. It is not going to be like y'all think. Like when those two witnesses came, and he said, fire shall proceed out of their mouths and shall kill. Let me tell y'all something. It's not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think. See, the way Yah is, he's not going to let you know. He didn't let Yeshua know either. That's why Yeshua kept saying. He said it over and over and over. He said it. Only Father himself knoweth this. He was sending us a sign. Y'all don't owe us well, how would I say? He don't explanation. He don't owe us nothing. He don't have to explain nothing to us. He don't have to give it like, okay, if this chair is black, and the Bible said the chair was black and the chair on the side was black, that we have to look at it as his black should be our black. Not only that, it has to be a chair, because he has to make sure it's a chair like we understand the chair. That's what he's saying, Deborah. They thinking that my left and my right is going to line up. to their left and their right. We think that our hour is going to wind up to his hour. Our minute's going to wind up to his minutes. Okay? We think his judgment has to rest on the way we said judgment has to rest. I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't care who you are. You can try to escape the truth of the matter. People mindset in the flesh and in the spirit at times thinks like that. They think that everything he does, when he was talking about all this power that those two witnesses going to have, guess what, y'all? I didn't even see the power like what it was saying. The fire coming out of them, and they can cause rain to not fall, and all this stuff it was saying it was doing. I wasn't seeing it like that. I wasn't seeing it like rain being stopped and we get dry land and no rain or fire coming out their mouth. I wasn't seeing it like that. I was seeing it as power that man cannot touch, that man would be so fearful of. That is some kind of power. See, and that's how he wants us to think. That's how he wants us to see it. He wants us to feel it. Like it's out of the way we think, the way we can control, the way we can articulate what is actually being said. And that's why he called it a mystery. And that's why he said it's given to his servants, the prophets. It's because everybody looking for everything to line up the way they say. Going back to what I was saying, your hour, or it has to line up to our hour. His minutes, it has to line up to our minutes. His judgment has to be a judgment in which we can understand. No, it don't, baby. Not the one I come to know since I was 4. His judgment don't have to line up to nothing Sister Deborah say what judgment is defined as. No. Like you see this curse, let me tell you something. That's why do you all think that the end game of the curse has not been mastered by the men of Judah? Why? Because they're saying, look, he can't do nothing. If we don't embrace it and we don't accept it and we don't read and we don't teach it, it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't nothing. Don't listen to that. Don't hear that. Don't read it. Don't precept it. Don't line it. Don't little here. Don't little there. We ain't gonna even enter into that way. And that's how they are today, year 2023. That's why they have not read. And many of you all, many people, they ain't gonna go in that area. They don't go into the area because Satan won't allow a lot of their, I say fake and hypocrite mindset to be able to go in and see it in spirit and truth or in the light. They ain't gonna go. And I thank the Father because he said, but see, I told you, Deborah, what's flesh is born of flesh is flesh. Let him sit over there in the flesh. And that which is spirit is spirit. They don't get that either. They don't get it. They don't get it. I heard someone talking about they made good, bad, no, evil and evil good. Baby, go back. Go back to the 2 times that he made everything perfect. And you'll see. He said good is with evil and evil is with good. Why? Because that's Satan's way of trying to get people to believe in him through him using good. And if we all think everything that came on to us in our lives, it started off appearing to be good. It mean well. It appeared, or it felt good, or I thought it was a good thing. I looked in it and I read it. It seemed to be. That's how Satan works. That's his only. He's not coming out to you, with bad. He's coming out to you with good. So he can throw up and throw down with bad. John, you going to get her?
Yeah.
Are you going to use this here, the van?
I was going to use my car.
You ain't got your tags on yet, babe.
You're right.
Well, here we go. But I'm just saying, it's just, it's kind of sad, but it's okay. And that's when the Spirit, you remember Yeshua said that the Comforter will come? You remember Yeshua said that? He said the Comforter will come. That Comforter is real, y'all. Because when you get deep into understanding things in spirit and truth and in the light, you need something to comfort you. You really need, because it's putting you in the furnace fire. It's actually putting you in the furnace fire. You just not getting burnt up, but you in the furnace fire. Who's in there with you? The one Nebuchadnezzar said that was in there with the other 3 Hebrew boys. But what happened to the ones that put them in there? They all died because the heat killed them. But yet they were still able to put they were able to get them in. But when they got them in, they died because that's how hot the heat was. So no matter how hot and lowliness this world is, it's not going to burn Sister Deborah. It's not going to bring Sister Deborah down to the level of where Satan has his way, or bring her to the level of where Yah is not with her, in her, right beside her, and for her. You see? So I want you all to understand that I'm in that furnace fire. Why? Because the world is the furnace fire.
Yeah, I know.
And you're in it. And once you see it like that, then what? Once you see yourself in that fire furnace, like the Hebrew boys, once you see yourself in there, you have more respect for the he that is in there with you, that's keeping you from the fire itself. That's another way of looking at it. And matter of fact, that's not just another way of looking at it. It is a awesome, beautiful, wonderful, great way to keep set in your spiritual mind, so it contain your natural. That you good. So when y'all hear me saying, he said, stay in the lane, that's just like the furnace fire. That's why he said, I'll go to the left and go to the right. I got you. You in here. You in the lane, so just stay in there. Don't worry about it. And I don't care what you see in that fire furnace and how you get fearful of the flames, okay? Or how it appeared that it's not hot, or if it's just too hot and you feel it, you getting scared. Oh, you ain't gonna get scared because somebody's in there with you. And that's what I see myself. Because see, when Yeshua said the Comforter would come, he's in that fire furnace. He's in there with you. See, and that's how I see it, because I try to explain to people that I'm seeing things that I should be in the grave somewhere, lost in a mental hospital. I'm seeing these things, y'all. But look how calm and together I am to show you and tell you what I'm seeing that you cannot see. The things I hear that you cannot hear. But yet I'm still standing because I'm not in the furnace fire by myself. I know about the right hand. I don't even think if I had never known about the right hand, I don't think I'd be standing here. The right hand ain't gonna stand on every side of you if you don't believe in it and you don't know what it is or who it is. You had never trust in it. And you know that's the only thing that brought you from one level to the next. You really believe Noah built that ark? Come on now. You really believe David fought all them battles in the military? It's probably been that many wars. You really believe that? You really believe? See, that's what I'm saying. We don't understand all these things that was done from Genesis 1 to Revelation. You got to be able to see the power. And when you reject that power in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, because you done made it up in your mind, it's the way flesh and blood said that it is, and we can't see no further than what we can see and believe, then you reject that power. So that's why Sister Deborah can't afford to just turn around and just talk to y'all all the time and not include that power. I can't. Shoot, tell me what cliff can you go over and land on a solid rock? You tell me that. You can't tell me. See, even the testimonies of my life itself speak for itself. How many children can you bury? How many funerals of children you buried and still in your right mind today? How many children have you raised yourself? I ain't talking about your mama and your daddy and somebody else. How many children you breastfed? How many children you homeschooled? How many children that you gave the word of Yah and still giving it to them, even though they can't stand it? So what? Who cares? You're going to hear this from me as long as you see me. Come around me if you want it. You're going to hear it. You see? I don't give them, my baby boy, he just asked me, do you believe Jesus is God? Now, many times I done said to him, who's who and what's what. You see? This is where you know people are flesh, because they still not heard spirit and truth. And he's 25. Come on now, talk to me. You see what I'm saying? You've been around people for years and they don't believe nothing you're saying. They say they see it. That means they say they hear you. They cannot hear you. They say they see. They cannot see. And that's another form of comfort. He comforts you to let you know. Don't get wrapped up in trying to get people to see and to hear, Deborah, because it's that same right hand power that brought you from 4 to where you at. I mean, had you born for a time as this. It's that same power that have to do it for any and everybody that's born of the spirit or born of the flesh. That same power. That same power. And that's what nobody don't want to accept. And y'all did not know this, but Yeshua HaMashiach, they didn't want to accept Yeshua. Just like today, the the so-called tribe of Judah. Oh no, we ain't accepting Yeshua. They don't want to accept Yeshua in a way of what they say, Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? They would accept Christ, the word Christ, but they would want to call Yeshua, Jesus, Yeshua. But you can still use the word Christ. The way the Roman Catholic created it was to take the name Jesus Christ. And we know that that is not a name that was the original name, but it's because America speak America. We have to allow them to speak it the way they speak it in English. And this is where you know that, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. This is where you know that the Hebrew Israelites has a mental condition, a serious mental thought pattern. You know that we have a serious wicked mindset. We have a serious mental condition. And that is what he's going to destroy, because it has to be broken down all the way. Because from Genesis all the way to now, all the way, we still can't seem to comprehend crap. Now, if anybody say, well, Sister Deborah, why would you say that is about us? Because you know what? Every verse in the Bible and every chapter tell you that about yourself. You just ain't never accepted spirit and truth of the whole matter. So you can conquer it and get victory in it in spite of. That's what you call spirit and truth. Yeah. The tribe of Judah is the sickest group of men on the face of the earth. Even though we want to make them men, kings, and leaders, you going to make them whatever you want. Baby, the time you in, see if they come and deliver you. See if they come and mend and unite and bring us together and do this and do that. You are fighting a losing battle. They ain't never want to do right. Never. So therefore, if this meaning never for thousands of years, you mean to tell me, Deborah, the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, they ain't never want to do right? Go find. That shows you don't read. You want to be deceived, because it told you that throughout time, to the point where Moses was leading the children out. He didn't bring them out. Y'all brought them out. Y'all brought them out with that mighty right hand. But Moses was the head, the leader, him and Aaron. Now, you're going to bring them out. Go back and find out how many times Moses had to kill them. Why is Moses killing the people that so-called are the people of God? Why is Moses, hold up, why are you killing them women and children? Why are you killing them men, Moses? Those are the children of Yah. Those are the chosen one. Those are the true Jews. But who's killing them? They own Moses. Why? Because what they continue to do to my father. And we walk around like it's okay. We walk around like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how even our men are today. Kill them up them women. Kill up their children. Don't take care of your kids. Have as many wives as you want. If you got that much hate on women, why you feel, and watch it now, watch it, Deborah, you better watch yourself. You better watch yourself. You got that hate spirit on you so heavy that it got you out there collecting women to be your wives. And that hate is still there. Why? You all don't get it, do you? A man that wants more than one wife is a man that's seeking to be a king and a leader and a ruler. Because he feel if I can get them so submissive under my captivity, then I'll be unlike a slave master to his slaves. So these men are trying to justify, clarify, and identify this high level of spirit that's in them. And they searched to mimic the old, those that walked in the old, so that they can perform it in the new today, in this day and time. But it's all about ego, boasting, and feeling I'm a king, I'm a leader and a ruler. If I can bring her as low as to my foot and step on her and teach every man to do like I'm doing, so we can be all boasted, then we have fulfilled our destiny. That's how they feel, y'all. And y'all run around here thinking, trying to make these men something that they ain't gonna ever be. In these days to come, they already done told y'all, you women gonna be out there because you're gonna wish you had a man. Baby, no, they ain't gonna wish they had a man, because you're going down by the sword and by the war that Yah has prophesied and warned you, and you were too ignorant to see it. And you think that judgment is not going to get a higher level. Y'all crazy. Y'all got some serious issues out here. Y'all's judgment is so high. Y'all's judgment start at one level, moves up, moves up, moves up, moves up. Until what? Deuteronomy 28. Until you are destroyed. I love my Father, Yah. I like how he rumbles. And even though I hear in Deuteronomy end game being until we are destroyed, I don't have no problem with that. That power then taught me it's okay, Deborah. You understand what I mean when I said destroyed. So that's a good thing. You think you understood that on your own? No, Father. I didn't understand that on my own. You taught me that. You taught me that through the actions of what I see in the world today and yesterday. You taught me that as a child coming up. You taught me as a teenager. You taught me as a young adult. You taught me as a mother, a wife, a grandmother, a daughter, an aunt. You taught me this. And here I am today to say to you, thank you for teaching me all that you taught me in the land of my captivity. I mean, Father, I was in jail, but yet you visit me still. Father, I was in jail, and yet you comfort me. You taught me while I was in prison. You fed me when I was in prison. Anything happened while I was in prison, you were there to get me out of it. Being in captivity is a prison, y'all. It is the curse itself. And that's why it's going to be wonderful to be able to be on the other side to see the real side. But if you don't think you in captivity, you don't think you in prison, and you don't think that you in a place that Yah said you are in, that's on you. And that's the mindset of the people. This is it. Just because people want to have their way and do it their way, think it their way, and feel it their way, you go right ahead. It's finished, baby. And I'm going to, I think I told you all, as long as I'm on this devil platform, I'm always say that. I'm always say it's finished. Because it is. How many years did you think Noah went to tell the people it was finished? Come on in here, y'all. Y'all better stop it. It's finished. The ark is done. Y'all better come on. Many years. Did they come? No. Did y'all know they wasn't going to come? Yes, he knew they wasn't going to come. He likes to ride up and ride down and show himself. Because a lot of people didn't even know. The flood didn't come from just the rain. The earth was created on water. So the more the watch this power, watch this power. The power of Yah brought the water from under the earth to join the rain from above the earth to complete the mission of ending the world. That's how everything was destroyed, y'all. 40 days of rain still wouldn't have been able to allow that rain to reach that level, but the right hand of the Father brought the earth up, the water from under the earth, to meet the water from the heavens, to fulfill the will of my Father. Tell me he ain't all that and some. You know, it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And you know what? And as my life go on, I'm living it in the whole overall of it all. That he got this. He got this. It's even preparing me that, okay, you see, you might have in that left lane, you might have your daughters. In that right hand lane, you might have your sons. I ain't even got time to be caught up in that, y'all. Why? Because greater is he that's in me that prepared me for any and everything that's on this earth that is yet not present before my eyes, but yet he allowed me to see it as it come and before it come upon me. So that's what I look at. I look at who he is all by himself. He don't need Sister Deborah to do nothing. All Sister Deborah need to do what? What Sister Deborah need to do? Sister Deborah need to stand still, hallelujah, and know that he is Yah. To know who he is to know his power. And that's where the hurt is at, because the power ain't gonna be there to reveal tomorrow or to reveal to you the things that's right before you. The power ain't gonna be there. The power ain't thinking about you. If you ain't thinking about it, it ain't thinking about you. How you like him now. See? And that's another thing. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And it gets saddened. It gets sad every day. And you know what? I'm going to tell you another thing that's sad is the battles. The battles that is put in your life. And that you know they just sat there to cause you to stumble and trip over it. And you got to see that, wait a minute, here this big old tree in the front of me. I know I got to jump over to get to the other side. But you know what I have a problem with, y'all? The tree in my way. That's why I have a problem. I have a problem with that. The tree is in my way. I shouldn't have to jump over that tree. The tree shouldn't be in my way. And that's my most battle. It's issues just right there coming before you, all up in the front, in your way. And it's only there so that you can stumble, because it can't do nothing with you. It can't do nothing with you. And because it can't do nothing with you, it's just there to get you to continue to stumble while you're here, because it can't do nothing else to you. And when you get that way where you know that, okay, here it is, I can kind of feel that any and everything that comes my way is there to cause me to stumble, to feel this thing in the flesh. But you know what? When I see it in the spirit and say, okay, flesh, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Jump over that darn tree. And as you jump over and keep walking, you look behind you, it's behind you now. You done defeated it. And that's what it is. That's the part that being in the flesh allow you to see, and you end up going through and battling is, oh, is it that time? That car poured up Jonah here already? I'm sorry, y'all. Because I'm getting ready to head way back South County in that area. And I'm way North County now. And I got a long ride and it's a thunderstorm. You think I'm worried about it? I ain't got time. I ain't got time, because I ain't on man time. I'm on my Father's time. And then, like I was explaining to you all, be right today in case you're not here tomorrow. It's about what you're doing today not how you planning for tomorrow. That's one of the biggest errors that the tribe of Judah has got caught up in. And that's why they can't have no respect for each other. And they're not going to. So what I see is that the nation against nations in Matthew 24, it has to be that we as a people have to bring our own people down. That's what's, and I don't mean, don't get me wrong now. I ain't talking about fist fighting and stabbing. I'm talking about killing. Because that's all I see. See, y'all can't see that. That's all I see. And I don't talking about just, hey, shoot you or stab you. No, or stabbing you 1,000,000 times. I'm exaggerating. Stabbing you 50, 100 times. How can you stand? What is on your, see, this is what y'all don't get. Y'all don't get it. How are you standing above a woman that just had 3 of your kids, stabbing her 100 times? A person that don't stab someone 100 times, and that's his woman that he been with, he laid up with and had 3 children. Say if he stabbed his woman that many times, a person that can't see that person is gone, destined to the lake of fire and gone here, then you're gone with him. It's just the amount of time when it's gonna be your time to stab. It might not be stabbing somebody 100 times, but it'll be something else. Because you got to be able to feel these things that's happening, you guys. You got to be able to feel it. And like I told you, I feel it. But you see, y'all not letting it affect me. That's another thing I try to explain to people. This is it. It's being able to be in the world. Now, he going to tell you in the spirit realm, he going to wake you up at 5 in the morning and say, okay, it's lawlessness. Wait a minute. Lawlessness. Bam, I fall right back to sleep. Get up. First thing I want to go and do a study on this word, lawlessness. When I get my coffee and sit down and say, Father, that's where we at? Yes, that's where you at. So what is that doing? When he does that to me at night and he give me something like that, what is he doing? He prepared me from the inside. He says, spiritually, Deborah, this is where they really at. This is where you at. That's what that's all about. It's preparing you in the inner man so you can be able to handle this lawlessness. You can be able to tell these people where they at and keep it going. You're not going to be able to work that thing with them about lawlessness. You can teach it. You can preach it. You can give it to them. You can do whatever you want. It ain't going to mean nothing. They got to have me greater in them like you have had me since you was 4. Meaning they don't have to have the years of how long he been with me, but that's how great he is. He that and some, whether he in me or not. I'm not going to just make him all that because I feel and have the desire he's in me. I'm telling you, that's just who he is. He is all that and some, whether you like it or not. Now, he might not be that to you, but I'm not a dead one. I'm a living one. I'm living in your time, trying to tell you what y'all's time is doing to your time. And you ain't got sense enough to grip it because you're listening to Satan's time. And even Satan knows he abide by Yahuwah's time. And the tribe of Judah don't have no idea because of the form of wicked and evil that's in them. Name a race on the earth that says that they're going to be stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. To who? Say, for instance, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient was toward heathens and Gentiles. Then you okay. You'll be okay. Stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient to Gentiles and heathens. That'll be perfect. He said, you're not that to them. You're that to me, the creator of them and you. But you that way to me. You're not that way to them. Isn't that sad? He said, you don't feel that way to them. Or you're not portrayed stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient to them. But you do it to me, and I am the creator. That's where you know you sick. That's why you know that you got a mental. And if you think for 1 minute the tribe of Judah don't have a mental problem, that's on you. What is flesh, and what is spirit. That's just all it is to it. We can run around here and try to escape it and make it our way. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's going to be what the Father said. It ain't going to be nobody else's way. That's just it. We want to just turn it the way we want to see it. It's not going to go that way. It's going to continue to go the way my Father has orchestrated it, whether you like it or not. And I'm starting to like it. I think I'm really starting to like it. I think the reason why I'm starting to like it is I can feel the preparation in the inside for what actually taking place on the outside. It's almost like, look, it ain't going to affect you and you can feel that thing because you embraced it. You salute the fact that I rule everything. You salute the fact that I got all power in my hand. I am all power, all authority. You salute the fact that your people and you are stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. You salute that thing, Deborah. You salute the curse itself and the end game of it. You saluted all my prophecies. Everything I've said, you don't turn your back away from none of it. You salute it and you keep it going. Still yet believing in me, having the power to control it all. You think I got time to sit back and try to give glory and power and honor to these men? Y'all's fools. You fools. You're going to give somebody in the flesh all the power and the glory and honor, and they tails go straight to the ground, 6 foot under. They flesh already got its ticket to the grave. And you saluting it and putting them on pedestals and praising them. And you're not stiff-necked and rebellion and disobedient to them. So what makes you think there's any righteous in you doing it to my Father? You say I sick? Tell me the tribe of Judah ain't sick. They sicker than sick. This is it. This is it, y'all. This is it. And that's, I'm telling you, this is it. Only thing Sister Deborah is missing something. Want me to tell y'all what I'm missing? I'm missing something that he has not given me. And that is that hour, that day, that moment in which way I'm going to walk out of here. That's what I'm missing. And you know what? I ain't looking for it either. I ain't looking for it because it's not in my power. I'm like Yeshua says, only in the power of my Father. I'm not looking for it. I'm missing it, but I ain't going to find it either. I ain't going to look for it. I'm just going to wait right where I'm at. I'm going to do what he gives me to do, say what he has me to say, and be about what he had me to be about. Anything else can kick rocks, or rocks can kick it, because this is it. This is it. And it's a really good feeling. Let me explain to y'all right quick. It is a really good feeling to concede the things that's actually taking place and the world can't even see it, and to embrace it, salute it, and see the right hand power of the Father in full control. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. That means I can go anywhere in this world and I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Because all of that I place in him. Because he's all that answer. Not no nationality or race on this earth, not even Satan's team, was labeled as stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. But here you are, the tribe of Judah in the house of Israel was labeled to be that type of people. And you running around here talking about you all that in something. This is it. Michael Jackson said it. He said, this is it. I mean, telling you. Ain't no good go come behind you like you think. Ain't no good coming behind you like you think. I even think about, let me set another example. I think about in the last 2 months, there has been 5 accidents accident, car accident. And I'm like saying to the Father, wait a minute, hold up. This is just, wait a minute, Father, hold up. This is just going too far. This is just taking a little bit too far. You know I don't give a rat's behind what I have and what I don't. Never did and still don't. But wait a minute. I'm your servant. Why is this still before me? Why is this going on? And all I could think about is how many times he said your daily bread. I said, but you taught me that about 20 years ago. And hey, y'all, that's a nice feeling too. Your daily bread, you can refer everything back to that daily bread. That means he gonna make sure you have only what you need throughout your life daily. And then he teaches you what it means and how to live and how to rest therein your daily bread. So I'm like saying, okay, but look where the world is at. Look what's going on. Why is it? Now listen to this, y'all. 5 major accidents then took place in the midst of me to keep me at a standstill. What's this going on? One sign was, didn't I tell you it was lawlessness? You see how things are happening? And everybody playing it like it ain't nothing going on. But you see it, Deborah. And look how you measuring it. How did I measure it, y'all? I measure it first spiritual. Trying to understand. Hold up, Father, y'all. I go to him. Hold up, what's this thing? What's this thing you doing? Hold up now. Hold up, back that thing up now. What is this thing you doing to me? Why is this why do this need be? It ain't like I'm rich. It ain't like, matter of fact, let me put it like this. I didn't say it ain't like I'm rich. It ain't like I have anything. And just to have transportation, just to go from A to B, is that not acceptable for your servant? What's wrong with that picture, Father? Come on now. You're talking about a $50 billion company that was refusing to pay off for their own insured. What's the deal with that, Father? Why ain't you open that door for me? You know what I do? I get my tail somewhere and sit down. If the door ain't open, you know there's a reason why I haven't opened it. So what Sister Deb had to do, get her tail somewhere and sit down. You have to get somewhere and sit down. And wait on y'all. That's just it. You got to wait. You can't change it. You ain't gonna change it. You got to wait on him. His every move, I have to and I must wait on him. I can't go out here. What is the lane for? Stay in your lane is to let me stay in your lane and let me do this. Stay in your lane and let me do this. Yeah, I know what's going on. You know I know what's going on. But stay in your lane. And I'm like, well, Father, y'all, wait a minute, hold up. Something wrong with this picture. Can we bag this thing up? Can we see what's going? I said, but you said the wealth of the wealth of the riches are laid up for the wealth of the righteous is laid up for the righteous. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Break that thing down to me, Father. It ain't got nothing to do with no money. It ain't got nothing to do with having nothing. It's spiritual, y'all. It's spiritual, strictly spiritual. Strictly spiritual. That's what he told me. So I'm telling y'all, this is it. And if it's another key to it is, if it's it for the servant of the Most High Yah, the prophet. Do you all understand this is it for you too? It's been it for you. Because if it's it for me, and all the things he's showing me and making me comfortable in it, and the comfortable is accepting it, saluting it, say, what's next, Father? I'm ready for you. Whatever whatever, I'm ready. That's it. I'm showing you why many, they are getting judged. And the fire is just waiting to destroy. And the judgment is at its highest. They can't see it. But because he said it's so much, it's just like that rain. Raining. It didn't rain one day and everybody died. It took, 40 days and 40 nights, the rain. But ideally, he's saying that a lot of people thinking when he come, or when the world end, and when Babylon come down, it's going to be one day. We not measuring it like the spiritual realm. That ain't how he's going to do it, y'all. It ain't going to be like y'all we think it is. It's got to come to the level of way he created it in the spiritual realm to happen. And that's what's going to throw us off, because we looking for him to rumble in the natural realm where we can see and understand, and we can hear and understand. No, he don't rumble that way. That ain't how he do things. That ain't how he do it. Like he told you about the two witnesses. The two witnesses is going to be able to turn water into blood. Two witnesses, what would be their purpose of doing that? You have to understand what that means. What is turning water into blood represent in the spirit realm? So we got to be able to embrace that in the spirit realm, and not so much embracing it in the natural. So Sister Deborah, I am going to try to make it back to the other side of the, how would I say, state? No, the other side of Missouri. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I will be back. I don't know if I will be back tomorrow, but I will be back. So I say unto you, Joan, you want to say hi? You want to say bye? That's the youngest son. He probably don't. Say hello. They can't see you.
What you mean they can't see me?
Okay. That's youngest son. Okay. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you all, shalom and shalom, and have a good evening. Shalom.
No, you don't have to put this in for me. I don't know what to do with this thing.
Put what?
Another one.